Hello campers. I hope you're doing well this summer. We miss having you here at camp. This week would be a midway point for us. This is where we don't have a week of camp. Our staff would be gone and camp would look probably a little like this. Not a lot of people around. So this week for our slice of camp, we're going to change things up, do it a little bit different. This week what we'd like to do is we'd like to share with you a campfire. Our time that we come together during summer camp when we get to sing our songs, play some games, do some skits, laugh, and be together. It's a very special time at camp when we do campfire. We do it on Monday night, and there's something symbolic to that. It's when we get to come together as a community. It's when we're one. So I invite you tonight to come on out to the campfire and join me. And I'm going to share with you tonight a little bit about some of the history of camp. And we'll talk a little bit too about Mr. Chuck, who helped to get all of this started. And we will talk a little bit about our mascot, Spearo. In fact, we'll tell the legend of Spearo tonight. So pull up a bench, warm your hands by the fire, and join me at the fire circle. Oh, hey, you made it. Glad you're here. Come on in, have a seat. You can have a seat right there by the fire. So, I'm so glad you're here. And I think what I'd like to do before we get started with the legend of Spearo is I'd like to talk to you and share with you a little bit and maybe even take you back somehow in our time machine so that you can see what the past campfires look like. So here we go. Let's go take a look and see how our campfires have been through the years. Understand how this is supposed to work. Welcome back. So what did you think? Enjoy those campfire moments? I did. So I guess before we start with our legend of Spearo, the one thing that I'd like to share is a little backstory about camp. So Camp Spearhead has been around for a long time. Camp Spearhead's been around since 1968. It started when a lady named Barbara went to a man named Chuck. she asked him to help to find something to do for her son Baron. Mr. Chuck, being the adventurous person he was more than happy to oblige Marty. In fact, he, along with some of his friends, they set out on this wonderful adventure that we know now as Camp Spearhead. Mr. Chuck was a very special part of Camp Spearhead. He was very active and the campers loved Chuck. So, Chuck is the person who introduced Spearo to Camp Spearhead. And Spearo, as you can see, is a parrot. It's kind of funny because Spearo actually, in this forest, doesn't fit in. So we asked the question, how did Spearo get to Camp Spearhead? So, a long, long time ago, on a beautiful, beautiful paradise island. And when I say beautiful, I mean this island was more beautiful than any destination that you could choose today. It was colorful, it was vibrant. The trees were green and the flowers were brilliant and bright. And on that island lived beautiful animals. They were colorful. They were all different. One of those animals who lived there was a bird, and his name was Spearo. Our Spearo. Spearo and his friends, they used to love to fly around the island. They loved to fly through the trees, but one of their favorite things to do was to soar out over the hillside. And then they would come to this cliff, and when they would come to the cliff, dive down right to the ocean. Once they got to the ocean, they would glide along the tops of the waves and their wings would just barely touch the tips of the waves. Spearo and his friends loved to do this. It was their favorite thing to do. Spearo, in his life, in this place, was happy. He enjoyed every day. He belonged. He felt loved. So one day, Spearo and his friends, they're out flying, and they go off the cliff, and they dive down to the water, and they're flying, and their wings are touching the tips, and they soar up into the air. And as they soar up, they see off in the distance the dark cloud. It's a big storm, bigger than Spearo and his friends had ever seen, and they knew that they had to get back to their island quick. Spearo and his friends started to fly, and Spearo wasn't the fastest, and so he started to fall behind. Spearo watched as his friends flew and they went out of sight. The storm caught Spearo. When Spearo woke up after being swept up in the storm, he was in a place that was different. Spearo wasn't at his beautiful paradise island anymore. Spearo was in a place where, for the first time in his life, he didn't fit in. He didn't look like the other animals. He didn't talk like the other animals. He was different. Spearo felt alone. For the first time, he was sad. Spearo kept to himself as he explored this strange new place that he had found, or that he had landed in. And as he looked around, he saw things were different. The trees, they weren't brilliant and bright the same way that they were on his island. They were green and browns, and the animals were all different too. They weren't as colorful as his friends were. They were different animals. Yet Spearo still felt different as he would watch them enjoy this new place that he was in. Spearo kept to himself, and he was sad. And one day, Spearo was out in the forest, and he was feeling about as low as he's felt since he had been there. And he had his head down, and as he's walking along this little trail, all of a sudden he sees this creature in the distance, coming towards him really fast. Spiro had no time to get out of the way. And before he knew it, he was face to face with this creature. This creature was brown and furry, and as he stood in front of Spiro, they stared eye to eye. And Spiro didn't say a word. The little creature, though, he spoke up, and he said, "Hi, what's your name?" Spiro was scared, and he was shy, and he didn't say anything. And the little creature said, "My name is Mr. Woodchuck." You get the chuck thing? "My name is Mr. Woodchuck. What's your name? I've seen you around here, and you look so sad." And he told him, he said, "My name is Spiro, and I'm not from here, and I feel different, and I don't feel like I belong anywhere." And Mr. Woodchuck told Spiro, he said, "Spiro, you may be different, but I know a place where you belong. I know a place where you will fit in." And Spiro said, "Oh, Mr. Woodchuck, that would be the most wonderful thing if I could be in a place where people loved me." And Mr. Woodchuck said, "You come with me, and I'll show you that place." Mr. Woodchuck took Spiro, and they went to the forest of Spearhead, which is here, Camp Spearhead. Mr. Woodchuck introduced Spiro to his new friends, counselors, and other campers. And Spiro felt loved again. He felt belonged for who he was, no matter how different he was. And that is how Spiro came to be here at Camp Spearhead, the legend of Spiro.
Ice cream and cake and cake. 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 Ice cream and cake, do the ice cream and cake. Ice cream and cake, do the ice cream and cake. Ice cream and cake, do the ice cream and cake. Ice cream and cake, do the ice cream and cake. Now slip, 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 slide. Slip, slip, slip and slide. Slip, slip, slip and slide. Stop. Hold up, tag team. Ride with your boy, now slip and slide. Ride with your boy, now slip and slide. Ride with your boy, now slip and slide. Pause, step up, ice cream and cake. Ice cream and cake, do the ice cream and cake. Ice cream and cake, do the ice cream and cake. Ice cream and cake, do the ice cream and cake. Ice cream and cake, do the ice cream and cake. Now who that is with the ice cream and cake? Party ain't loud without the ice cream and cake. What you want? Some ice cream and cake. All the kids like ice cream and cake. Ice cream and cake, do the ice cream and cake. Ice cream and cake, do the ice cream and cake. Ice cream and cake, do the ice cream and cake. Ice cream and cake, do the ice cream and cake. Now slip, 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 slide. Slip, slip, slip and slide. Slip, 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 slide. Stop. Hold up, tag team. Ride with your boy, now slip and slide. Ride with your boy, now slip and slide. Ride with your boy, now slip and slide. Pause, step up, ice cream and cake. Ice cream and cake, do the ice cream and cake. Ice cream and cake, do the ice cream and cake.